we have derived using applying Gauss's law. We have derived uh, Q, D is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon 0 rho aero cap. Sorry, 2 pi rho aero cap, and E is equal to rho L by 2 pi epsilon 0 rho aero cap. And this is easier compared to the other method where we have to derive using the relations. Okay. Now in today's class, before that, uh, today's class we will discuss about uh, how to derive the relationship or get the electric field intensity due to a coaxial cable. Okay. You know about coaxial cable, right? So what is a coaxial cable? Where we use somebody application of coaxial cable? Okay, yes, TV. Then any other applications of coaxial cable? Telephone, are we using coaxial cable? And TV, particularly what communication we are using coaxial cable? Yeah, cable TV, right? The you might have seen thick copper conducting material will be there inside, which will be surrounded by a white plastic material, and outside this one you may have a metallic mesh. So wire mesh will be there, and it is again covered with the plastic insulating material. So this is what the coaxial cable looks like. Right. Now we have to derive electric field intensity due to the inner wire. This is the inner cable, and you have outer cable also. Okay. Now, can we consider this as a infinite line charge distribution? Normally, we can consider because this is a very thin wire, but the line charge distribution has a rho L as the charge density, right? Charge density. This is applicable only when the radius of the conductor is very small. It is in micrometers or nanometers. In that range, if you have, but this has a diameter of millimeter range, diameter of millimeter range. So what happens? We cannot neglect the or we cannot what we can say, we cannot approximate this as a line charge. Instead, this is a cylinder itself. So we'll see how to derive the electric field intensity due to that cylinder. So I will represent this figure in a little bigger way, so that it is a cylinder of radius A. Okay. And we have outer cylinder, which is a mesh, which is having a radius B. Assume. Okay, so there are two cylinders. So inner cylinder has a radius A. Okay. Now assume this cylinder is having a length L. Okay. Length L. Total length is L. Okay. So rho is equal to A, rho equal to B are the radiuses of these two cylinders. Inner cylinder has a length E. So if this inner copper wire is charged, the entire charge will be accumulating on the surface of the cylinder. Okay, that is the property of metallic conductors, that the charges will accumulate at the surface of the cylinder. Now, if rho s is the surface charge density, now it is a surface, not a line, because it has some surface area, significant surface area, right? So that is why I'm calling it as a surface, and it has a charge density of rho s. Okay. Now, can you tell me what is the total charge in the inner cylinder? What is the total charge in the inner cylinder? If the surface charge density is. So what is surface charge density? Definition of surface charge density, rho s is equal to Q by area. So what is Q? Q is equal to rho s into area. So what is the area? Rho s we know. So what is the area of the surface of the inner cylinder? Can anybody? Rho into L if it is a line charge distribution. This is now we have a surface charge distribution, right? See the image here. I want the this inner surface is there, right? Can you see this inner surface? This is the surface. This part is the surface. This surface has a surface charge density rho s. Now I want what is Q. And I give the hint that Q is equal to rho s into A. Now what is the area of where the charge accumulated? Anybody? Pi into, okay, 2 pi A rho L. Yes. So the surface now what we are considering the curved surface of cylinder, right? So what is the perimeter of this circle with the radius A? And perimeter into length is the curved surface area, right? So what is the perimeter of this circle? That will be 2 pi radius. So radius is A. Now it has this perimeter is extended up to a length L. So total area will be, so it will be rho s into 2 pi A L. Correct? Q is equal to rho s into 2 pi A L. Okay. So we got the charge Q. Now we have to find the according to Gauss's law. What is that? Now in the cylinder, so this is the cylinder, okay, and this is the external cylinder, okay. Now arbitrary at a point, so this is has a radius, this is having a point B. Now I am considering arbitrarily one point rho. I'm uh, creating a closed cylinder because according to Gauss's law, you have an enclosed surface is required, right? So since the charge is in a this way, what will be the direction of D flux density? How the flux will move? It will be always moving radially outward. Is there any chance that the flux will move like this in the Z direction, or will the flux move like in phi direction? Is there any chance? No chance, because always the flux is moving from the inner conductor to the outer conductor. So that is always in the radial direction. So our flux is will have only rho component. So I can write it as d rho aero cap. Actually, this is a cylindrical coordinate system where d will have all the three components, right? D rho aero cap plus d phi a phi cap plus dz az cap. But we know that in the diagram, the flux is always moving radially outside, and we have taken a section of this one. So since you have a surface like this, it is extended, only L section we have taken. So there is no chance of flux moving upward or flux bending like and making a circle. So there is no phi component, no z component. That is why we have only d rho aero cap. Okay. Now, since we have d rho aero cap, so what we have is, according to Gauss's law, closed integral d dot ds is equal to q. And we got the expression for q that we have kept there. Now we will do the closed integral. Now closed integral means what? I have to integrate in three surfaces. One is the top surface, another one is the bottom surface, and the third one is the curved surface. So integral will be top d dot ds plus bottom d dot ds plus curved d dot ds is equal to 0. So what is ds on the top direction? It is perpendicular upward, right? But our d is radially outward. So what is the angle between them? Is 90 degree. So d dot ds will be 0 here on the top direction. Similarly, at the bottom direction, the surface is down. The surface is down. So it is that. So this dot product will be 0. So what is left? Only curved surface you have to integrate. So again, uh, so we got curved d dot ds is equal to q. So what is curved d dot ds? D is d rho aero cap dot. What is the value of ds? Ds will be rho d phi dz az cap. Rho d phi dz uh, is it sorry, rho d phi dz aero cap, that is what, is equal to q. Now since both are in same direction, aero cap will be same. So what left is, d rho is a constant and rho is constant. So d rho integral d phi dz. So this we have done in the last class. This is integration. So what are the limit for this? Will be 0 to 2 pi, and for z it is 0 to L is equal to q. So again integrating d rho integral d phi will be phi with the limit 0 to 2 pi, and integral dz is left with the 0 to L limit. So that will be q, and that will be d rho 2 pi. Integral dz is z with the limit to 0 to L, means it will be L is equal to q. What is q? So we have discussed q is equal to rho s 2 pi a L. So equal to rho s 2 pi a L. Now cancel all the terms. 2 pi is constant. L is constant. D rho is equal to rho s a, right? D rho is equal to rho s a, or d rho is equal to rho s a by rho, and vector d is equal to what? D rho aero cap, as we discussed, it will be rho s a by rho aero cap. So this is the expression for d in the case where, so this is in the particular case where we have taken the enclosed surface between the radius a and b. So that is very particular case only. So we have to mention this one. This is in the case when a less than rho less than b. Is this clear? If you have any doubt, please, if you have any doubt, please ask here, because this is very important derivation, or this is normally asked in exams. So waiting you to ask if you have any doubt. If you need to explain again or something, please let me know. Any doubts? Okay. 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 Thank you. So, can you tell me, can you derive the expression for D for an enclosed surface? Okay, so this is a cable. Now I'm creating a enclosed surface of radius rho greater than B. Okay, before that, let me see here. We have okay. So this is the inner cylinder. Okay, and you have a outer cylinder of radius B, right? And this is having an so this is having a charge q, and the q is equal to rho s into 2 pi al we have taken. So it is produced at a point. So this is the point P. At a point P with the radius rho, this is having A, this is having the outer sphere is having the radius B. So at a point P, the flux density is due to the inner cylinder. So D due to inner is what we have derived. So that is rho s A by uh, rho a rho cap. Okay, but we know that when two uh, this is having a plus q charge, there will be flux moving outside, and that will induce a charge in the outer cylinder also, right? The outer cylinder is also metallic mesh. So in the outer cylinder also it will an induce charge. What is the amount of charge it will induce? It will be minus q, right? Minus q. So due to the external cylinder, there will be field at electric density at this point, right? So you have to get the electric field intensity due to that charge also. Okay. Uh, so this is inducing a charge of minus q. Now, if I am considering at a point outside the cylinder where rho is greater than B, according to Gauss's law, what is closed integral d dot ds is equal to q enclosed, right? Q enclosed. Okay. Now, uh, so what is the amount of charge enclosed by the rho cylinder which I have created now, which is greater than B? What is the total charge enclosed now? When you consider a point which is outside the cylinder. Can anybody tell me? What will be the total charge enclosed now where I have drawn the outer cylinder? So this is the outer cylinder I have drawn here. What is the total charge? I said the inner has a Q as the total charge. This will induce a minus Q charge in the outer cylinder. Okay, what is the value? Total charge enclosed is 0. Very good. Yes. So here total charge enclosed is 0 because you have a plus Q and a minus Q. So closed integral d dot ds is equal to 0 on the right side. But closed integral we have evaluated earlier. So closed integral, if you evaluate, you will get d rho 2 pi l, right? So left side d rho 2 pi l is equal to 0. So this means that d rho is equal to 0. So vector d is 0. If d is 0, electric field intensity is also 0. So outside the cylindric coaxial cable, if you measure the electric field intensity, that will be 0 according to Gauss's law, right? So Gauss's law says that simply, it is simply derived like this. Gauss's law states that the total flux enclosed by the surface is equal to charge enclosed. So outside the coaxial cable, the total charge enclosed will be Q plus minus Q, because the outer one has a charge minus Q, so that will be 0. Now, one more point you have to derive is you have to get the rho s of outer cylinder. If the rho s of inner cylinder is given, if rho s inner is given, what is Q? Q is equal to rho s inner into surface area, that is 2 pi a l, right? Q inner. Now what is Q outer? Q outer will be rho s outer into, so what is the surface area of the outer cylinder? This has a radius A, so it has the surface area 2 pi a l. And outer sphere, what is the radius? Outer sphere has a radius b. So what will be the surface area, curved surface area? That will be 2 pi bl. So that will be 2 pi bl. So this is equation 1, this is equation 2. But as we know, this will induce flux in the outer cylinder. So the flux will be coming from the inner cylinder to the outer cylinder. So if the inner is plus Q, the outer will charge as minus Q. So Q outer is equal to minus Q inner. So just substitute RHS of both and derive the expression for rho s outer. Try once. Surface charge density of the outer cylinder you have to derive. Just note down this and just derive the equation. Has anybody got the answer? Rho S outer in terms of rho S inner. So this is the relation. Q inner is equal to rho S inner into 2 pi AL. Q outer is equal to rho S outer into 2 pi BL. No? Now outer is equal to minus Q inner is the relation we have, because the charge will be in the reverse direction. If this is plus charge, the outer will charge minus. Minus rho inner into A by B. Very good, very good. Correct. Okay. So this will be rho S outer 2 pi BL is equal to rho S inner 2 pi AL. 2 pi L gets cancelled. So rho S outer is equal to rho S inner into A, and B can be brought here. So A by B. There is a minus sign. Okay. So this is the expression. Rho S inner into A by B. Now one more question is that what will be the electric field intensity or flux density if this is A, this is B, uh, when rho less than A. Remember, in a coaxial cable, all the charges accumulate at the surface of the conductor. This will be plus charge and this will be minus charge. So all the charges accumulate at the surface of the conductor. There won't be any charge in the bulk of the conductor. Inside there is no charge. So if I take a cylinder which is inside with the radius rho, so as we discussed earlier, closed integral d dot ds is equal to q enclosed. So as we see here, this inner cylinder will not enclose any charge because the charges are accumulated at the surface. So this will be 0. So hence D will be 0 and E will be 0. So outside the coaxial cable and inside the inner coaxial cable, the flux density as well as electric field intensity will be 0. Okay. Now let us solve a problem regarding field due to a coaxial cable. So let us select a 50 centimeter long uh, coaxial cable, 50 centimeter long coaxial cable having an inner radius of 1 mm and outer radius of 4 mm. The space between uh, conductors is assumed to be filled with the air. The total charge on the inner conductor inner conductor the inner conductor is 30 nanocoulomb. Calculate the charge density on each conductor and internal flux density and field intensity. Okay, so this is the question. So what and all quantities are given here? Select a 50 centimeter long. So what is 50? That is L, right? So L is equal to 50 centimeter in SI units. It will be 0.5 meter. Okay. And inner radius of 1 mm. So what is that? Inner radius means A. A is equal to 1 mm. So how much it is? It will be 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Okay. And outer radius means B. B is equal to 4 mm, which will be 4 into 10 raised to minus 3 meters. Radius of 4 mm. The space between conductor is assumed to be filled with the air. So epsilon is epsilon 0. So that is 1 by 30 to 5 into 10 raised to minus 9. And the total charge on the inner conductor. So Q inner is equal to 30 nanocoulomb. Okay, that is also given. Calculate charge density on each conductor. So rho S inner is how much? Rho S outer is how much? And you have to also find vector D and vector E. So this is the things you have to do. Okay. Is this clear? L is equal to 50, A equal to 10 raised to minus 3, B equal to 4 into 10 raised to minus, Q inner is 39. So we'll solve. First, we have to find rho S inner. Once you find the value of rho S inner, you can easily calculate the rho S outer. So what is rho S inner? Rho S inner is Q inner by 2 pi AL, right? Because we have written earlier Q inner is equal to uh, 2 pi AL into rho S inner. So from this one we have derived this relation. So substitute the values of Q inner. So rho S inner is equal to Q inner is 30 nanocoulomb, right? 30 into 10 to minus 9 divided by 2 pi AL. So 2 into pi into A is 10 raised to minus 3 into L is 0.5. Calculate this value, how much you got. 9.55 into 10 raised to minus, yeah, very good, correct answer. So that will be 9.55 into 10 raised to minus 6 or 9.55 micro. What is the unit? This is surface charge density, so coulomb per meter square. So rho s outer, how to find the value of rho s outer? Rho s outer is equal to rho s inner into A by B, right? So that will be 9.55 into 10 raised to minus 6 into A is 1 mm divided by, or 1 into 10 raised to minus 3 divided by 4 into 4 mm. So mm cancels, or 10 raised to minus terms cancel. So 9.55 divided by 4. How much? Minus. So there is a minus sign, right? So minus 2.39 microcoulomb per meter square. Is this the same answer you got? Yes, yes, yes. Very good. Thank you. So two questions are done. Row is inner and row is outers are done. Now, what is the next part? You have to find D. From that, you have to find E also. So how to find the value of D? So D is equal to rho s A by. So here rho s is actually inner cylinder ka rho s inner actually. So rho s A by rho A rho cap. So this is the expression. So substitute the value. So A is 10 raised to minus 3. Rho s is how much? 9.55 into 10 raised to minus 6 into A is 10 raised to minus 3 divided by rho. So that will be 9.55 into 10 by rho nano. So this is flux density. So flux density is coulomb per meter square, right? Then what is E? E is equal to d by epsilon. So that will be 9.55 nano coulomb divided by epsilon 0 rho nano coulomb per meter square. So this will be Newton per coulomb. Unit will change. Now tell me what is the value. Substitute the value of epsilon 0 and find what is the value you are getting. Nine 9.55 nano divided by epsilon 0 rho. So rho will be rho itself. Don't substitute any value for rho because it is in terms of rho. We have to get the expression. Simplify only this part. Nine 9.55 into 10 raised to minus 9 divided by epsilon 0. Anybody got the answer? So what's the value of epsilon 0? Yes, 1079 by rho. Yes, correct, correct. By rho, divided by rho, Chavya. So, yes, 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 very good. So this will be 1079 by rho a rho cap. So that's expression for electric field intensity given there is a condition that you should not miss always. So what is that condition? When this value E is equal to this one, at what values of rho this condition is existing? This is only when A less than rho less than B, right? So what if rho less than A and what if rho greater than B? What is the value? When rho less than A and rho less than B, what is the value of? Yes, yes, 0. So you have to mention that also. Electric field intensity outside and inside the inner cylinder and outer cylinder respectively are 0. Yes, very good. Here in both cases, E and D both are 0. Okay. So this is how you have to apply the Gauss's law to find the electric field intensity due to a coaxial cable, and this is very important. Some of most of the time it is asked in the exams, either problems or the derivation. uh, Note down this one if you haven't noted. Just watch the recorded video and just note down this one.